Do you have great ideas? Do you have all of these thoughts of things that you want to do to change your world, to change your life, and then you can't do them? Well, I want to help you with that, because that is not your plight. That is not your problem. That's all of our problems. All of us are struggling. All of us know what we need to do or want to do, but it's getting the motivation to do it. That's the killer. And in this video, I'm going to help teach you how to get yourself through what I call the thought action barrier, or T.A.B. Check it out. Hi, I'm Brett, your favorite shrink, and welcome back to another dose of My 5 Minds. This is where we're learning a new neurophysiology called, do you remember? Psystemology with a P. And in Psystemology, we learn about the systems, the brain, and how it works as a system, so we can help you be more, do more, and feel better. Today, I want to talk a little bit about T.A.B. T.A.B. is the thought action barrier. Now, T.A.B. is the reason why you can't take all of your awesome and amazing great ideas and bring them into action. T.A.B. is the reason why you are not acting, living the life you want to be living. Because there's a wall, there's a breakdown between this thinking brain of yours and all of its great ideas, Leo, the left neocortex, and your base brain, the part of your brain that puts things into actions. Earlier in this week, I did a video on daily tasks, not big things, little things that you could do every day to get yourself moving. Now, some of them should be small enough that you could get them fired off pretty easily, even if you had to resort to willpower. And as you'll see in this video, willpower is not my best friend. Willpower is not the best way to go, but sometimes it is what it is. But I want to talk about how. I want to talk about how to get your dailies to happen, how to get yourself moving, how to get yourself motivated. And it all comes back down to understanding brain neurophysiology, or Psystemology with a P. So let me kind of break things up for you and kind of see what's going on. In our thinking brain, which is our left neocortex, I call him Leo, the left neocortex. In Leo, that's where you have all your great ideas. And Leo is a thinker. Leo loves to think about things and come up with strategies, plans, what the day is going to look like, all the to-dos, all of that fun stuff created right up there in Leo. Now here's the trouble. Leo, your left neocortex, doesn't have any drivers. Or, not true. It has one driver. One driver. The one driver Leo's got is willpower. Now, I just mentioned willpower a minute ago, and willpower is not my favorite. And the reason why willpower is not my favorite is because willpower is a tiny little resource. And if you read anything about willpower, there's a great book called Willpower, and shows some of the research on willpower. If you read anything about willpower, what you see is that even the decision to make willpower deletes your willpower. And once your willpower is deleted, there's no getting it back. It takes time. It takes time to recharge your brain and recharge willpower. So willpower is not a great, super awesome resource if you need to do something consistently and reliably. And even if you need to do a lot of things, willpower gets used up pretty quickly. And once it's gone, like we said, it's gone. So Leo is always trying to get B, your base brain, to motivate, to activate, to take steps on whatever great idea Leo's come up with. But base brain works on a different system. Base brain understands energy. It understands neurostimulation. So if Leo can produce enough neurostimulation through willpower, he can maybe get B to take action. But if willpower ain't there, Leo's got nothing. Leo's stuck because he's got no other way to get B to take action. See, base brains are so primitive. They're so... Let me pull out my brain for a minute. They're so deep inside of your brain. They live down here. They don't understand language. So when Leo, the left neocortex, is talking, which is where your verbal centers are located, he's using words, and words don't mean anything. Let's go. We should do this. Come on. You know we want to. You know this is important. You know this is going to feel good afterwards. None of that really drives, because none of that is the language of B. So what is the language of B? What did we say a minute ago? Electricity. It's neurostimulation. It's arousal. When the base brain gets aroused through the nervous system, it takes action. Now, typically that arousal comes through your emotions, through your emotional mind. I was going to try and pull out the emotional mind, but it's deep inside here, inside the center of your brain. Emotions are energy. When you feel angry, when you feel mad, when you feel hurt, when you feel scared, what your emotional brain is doing, what your limbic system is doing, it's releasing huge amounts of energy. And it's that energy, those signals, that's what's activating B. A thought is a thought. There's no energy on it. There's no arousal around it. And so it doesn't stimulate. So, to our problem, what we got to do is engage B, but really what we got to do is engage Emma, the emotional mind, because it's Emma that's producing the energy that's going to get B moving. Now, how do we do that? How are we going to get the emotional mind activated? I think what we need to do is use the other half of your brain. This is your right neocortex. This is your left. Left is where logic is. Right is where creativity is. If you want to get something done, you got to get your left brain to start seeing pictures, to start creating creative ideas and images, because it's images, pictures, that's going to activate the emotional mind, which is then going to activate the body mind. So it sounds kind of complicated, but let me break it down to really easy terms. I'm finishing up a book right now. The book is called Consider: Creating Motivation for Change. And it talks about creating a consideration that helps you motivate you to get the things you want done. And the way the consideration works, or let me actually talk to you about it in terms of how I'm writing the book. Writing is not fun for me. I talked about it in my last video. I have dyslexia. I hate writing. It's a pain in the butt. So it's hard to get my brain motivated to write, to finish this book. So what I have to do is I have to use the idea and then shift the idea of I gotta write to a picture. And then I start to picture myself. What if I got chapter 1 done today? What would that look like? And then I imagine myself sitting at the desk, doing some editing, got my red pen out, I'm making some circles on the page, I'm putting some notes over here in the margin, and I'm just picturing page after page, getting stuff done. And as I'm picturing it getting done, I feel good. I feel kind of excited. That'd be awesome. That'd be great to start getting some of that done and finished. As I start picturing that, did you hear? I started getting excited. That's my emotional mind. Emma is now getting engaged. As Emma gets excited, hey, this is kind of cool. What does she produce? Energy. She starts producing emotional energy. What's emotional energy do? It gets me moving. It gets the base brain stimulated, so I start to move into action. As I start moving into action, that feels even better. It makes it even easier for me, for my thinking brain to go, yeah, let's do this. And then I start moving. As I start moving, it becomes a whole feedback loop that reinforces itself. So now I'm starting to move. Now I'm starting working on the page. I'm seeing myself actually doing what I pictured. I'm getting even more excited, which gets me even more engaged, which reinforces the idea, I can do this. And then the whole system begins to lock in. That's how you get around the thought-action barrier. If you could picture it on a mind map, when Leo talks to B, and we're going from this right side around back to the brainstem, it doesn't work because we get the barrier. But if we go the other way, if we go Leo to Rio, and then Rio, the right neocortex, to Emma, and then Emma to B, then we can get the system moving. And then you can begin to do all those great and awesome things that you've been wanting to do all along. And you could get past the thought-action barrier. Try it yourself. Start to picture whatever it is you want. See it in detail. Don't worry about doing it. Don't worry about forcing yourself or willpower. Just think about it, think about it, think about it. And as you think about it, let yourself get excited about it. And just sit on that picture and excitement. Let the excitement build until it starts to move you to action. Let it flow. If you spend a day imagining something you have to do, spend a day imagining it. Don't worry about doing it. Just picture it. Get excited about it. It's that excitement that's going to move the brainstem and get you moving. And then we can put it into a reinforcing positive feedback loop. Now, if you like this video, do me a favor, like the video. And if you want to know more, subscribe. Subscribe My 5 Minds to learn how your brain works, to help you be more, do more, and feel better. Again, I'm Brett R. Williams, your favorite shrink. Keep watching My 5 Minds. I'll talk to you soon.